pop that in there. And in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hello, everybody. I'm just gonna kind of wait a few minutes just to let some people maybe hop into chat and such. But yeah, I'm actually working on some maps. I'm getting some maps and such downloaded for playing with to play with, so that way maybe I can get some. Maybe I can get some other content out, but I decided I'd just go ahead and kind of just live stream. And so, hi Zach. So go ahead and pop some more, if you want to pop a question or two in chat. I'm going to be doing some stuff, so if you want to either pop some questions or just kind of just type some stuff in chat. I'm busy with stuff, so I'll look at it while doing stuff, because I decided I was going to download some maps and such, since I finally figured out how to put them into some worlds and such, so... Okay, come on. Let's see, I downloaded a parkour map and the escapists map, because these are maps I've never played before, but I'm also looking just through some of the map forums and such, see if I can find any other maps that are decent. Because a lot of these maps I've seen, I've never played them myself. Some of them I'm gonna do some testing off camera before I do stuff. Like I finally managed to get the Total House Bombover map working, and then it's decided it wants to crash halfway through. So I'm gonna have to do 2 world of saves of that, so that way I can get some decent recordings going for that, because I plan on recording some of these, so... Let's see. So yeah, feel free to just pop some questions or whatever if you want, besides to pop some more questions in chat, because I'll look over, I'm like looking over like every like minute or two while looking through. My hair is a mess. What do I like most about having fans? Let's see. I really don't know yet, because I'm still very, very new to this, so it's kind of a strange feeling, I would say, right now. So I'm not really too used to the idea yet of having fans. Oh, you meant the mechanical kind. I thought you meant the people kind. But for fans that are the mechanical kind, I really like them in the summer, but then in the winter, I have an addiction to having fan sounds on, so I have to literally take the fans out of my room during the winter when it gets too cold for them. Oh, you've meant the people kind. Yeah, I'm not used to having the people kind of fans yet. It's still a very, very strange feeling, but it's very different. And you'll find that I'm easy to like get sidetracked with jokes, because I'm not much of a person that does a lot of that stuff. But thanks for my opinion on both. Yeah, I'm somebody that jokes are kind of a little, that I get kind of sidetracked with, like, thinking seriously about both sides of what would be actually a joke. Yeah, I'm the type of person you could easily confuse with a joke. Too bad they can't, like, make it to where you can just live stream, like, what you're doing and such from your computer besides just, like, your face. Because the other way, it's where you have to use all sorts of recording stuff, and it's been a mess for me trying to do any of that. If they can make it where it was, like, completely all online instead of you having to have recording software and such, that'd be so much easier. But yeah, when it comes to different things, I'm still really new to a lot of this. So it's just kind of something that's kind of different for me. But yeah, put some more questions in chat. I'll go ahead and I'll read them as I pop over. But I'm downloading a whole bunch. I'll do a lot of the extracting and putting them into worlds later, because I've now figured out how to do that. So it's just more about finding the maps. I really don't have school too much anymore. I just have some online classes I take at my schedule when I want to. But for the most part, I really don't have much of school. I actually don't have work either. The thing about living where I live, it's so isolated that unless you know how to drive, you really can't get anywhere to go get work. The closest work is also 30 miles away, same as the pizza place. It's if you want to, and just to make things even more interesting, I'm going to tell you that the closest Domino's pizza is 90 miles away, so it's even further away than just regular small town pizza place. I don't know how to drive. Yes, I don't know how to drive, and I also can't do a lot of stuff. My nose is getting cold, so I'm gonna rub it warm a little bit. But I don't know how to drive at all, and I've tried getting people to teach me, but even so, once I can't pay money to go get the permits and other such stuff either. So I'm basically just with my own 2 feet and a bicycle. There's all sorts of maps out there. It's so interesting. I don't walk 30 miles. If I need to go the 30-mile distance to town, I just go and my grandparents are gonna go in and using their vehicle. But no, I walk from my house to anywhere in the small town that I live. It's like less than about, I think there's less than 600 people around anywhere nearby. So I think it's like 300 around the place I live. But the furthest I have to walk is about a quarter of a mile to get anywhere I want to go. So it's and if I tried going 30 miles to the 30 miles between here and town, I'd end up having to camp overnight because there's mountain passes and all sorts of stuff. All uphill for all the way uphill. It's uphill a lot of the way there. And I just walk around a lot, so it's typically something I do. Though I'm not very, though my legs don't thank me for it. To be honest, it's really not something my legs thank me for. It's more of just since I don't have a vehicle and I can't do stuff like that anyways, I just go ahead and since I can't drive, I just figure I would it's hashtag power walks only for the most part, because most of the area where I live, it's very hilly. If you aren't in the mountains, it's hilly. You're in the mountains, it's basically almost vertical, so it's just like, yeah, I've lived here almost 8 years, and the train still it gets me a lot. Usually I just do, if I know that, I take a look at what's around me when it comes to going up like the thicker terrain, because it's typically there's a lot of there's a lot of like thick trees and smaller trees and plants and such around, so I can just grab them and pull myself up. That's only when I'm in the mountains, though. Typically, I just kind of walk around. I haven't been too much into the mountains in a while, so. Well, technically, you could say I live in the mountains because we're pretty much surrounded by mountains everywhere you look. So yeah, put some more questions in chat if you want to, because I'm doing some stuff here, but okay, so where do I live? I live in a very, very small town called Fernwood, Idaho. It's in the central panhandle. Just far enough away from town to be in almost in the middle of nowhere, yet close, yet not quite close enough to be near anything. I used to literally live in the middle of nowhere, but now it's there is some stuff around, so I can't. But for the most part, there's not too much around. It is very rainy out right now, and yet I'm still here. But I do have to be careful. I've got a little bit of battery left in this right here computer I'm using. There are so many maps. It's not even funny. Right now I'm looking through 1.8.8 maps. Because because those are the maps that are slightly easier and typically yeah, it's pretty wet here right now. I wish the if I could, I'd bottle the rain clouds up and send them to you, but can't. Oh, it's lagging for you? Yeah, it's I wouldn't doubt it's pretty laggy. Even though it says I've got full internet, it's out here the internet is very, very terrible. So it kind of decides when and if it wants to do stuff. It is a lot of the clouds kind of make it hard, and so it is gonna be a little bit laggy. But how's my social life? Oh, let's see. I'm barely ever home when I'm here. Well, I'm here from about like 2ish to like 5, 6 sometimes, and unless I go visit my one friend across the street, most of my friends are too scattered out for me to go see, so most of my social life is online. And I'm going to have to go ahead and end the stream because I'm going to have to move in a few minutes, so hope you enjoyed, but I got to get going. So without further ado, I am Elena Dina, and I will see you next time.